People have warned me, about the dirty politics and things like that. And I've experienced some of that already. For instance, I was canvassing in Seven Hills and all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. And I said, what's going on? I thought something happened in our neighborhood. And they're like, look at your Ring and look at your next door. And I said, why? And they're like, someone put you on there. And they posted on Ring and Nextdoor. Does anyone know who this woman is? She tried to break into my house and she stole a package. Whoa. I said, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?
You are running right now for city council in Henderson, Nevada. What motivated you to run?
What motivated me to run was we started having a crime influx in our neighborhood, attempted home invasions, a lot of vehicle thefts. Individuals came one weekend and stole all the copper and circuit boards out of an entire row of homes that they were going to close on. So that really upset me. I started contacting existing councilmen, no response. And I continued because we started having speeders too, going in excess of 60, 70 miles an hour in a 25 mile an hour zone. Still no response. And that just totally annoyed me because you should listen to your constituents.
Why do you think he's not listening?
He has no vested interest. The only ones he seems to listen to or even engage with are the developers. Unfortunately, they put profit over people. That's a focus why Dan returns twice a month for the city council meetings from his residence in Utah.
Is that common knowledge?
Some people know it. A lot of people actually do. It's like this dirty little secret of the city, unfortunately, which is a disgrace. There is a law that you have to live here 51% of the time, but they overlook that because all they need are the 3 votes.
Can you explain the 3 votes?
Yeah, so there are 4 council members, 3 of the incumbents, the males, Dan Shaw, Dan Stewart, and Jim Seebach. So anything that needs to get through, the mayor needs 3 votes, and they're always in unison.
I see. So only one of the 3 incumbents need to lose for the dynamics to change?
Yes. Yeah. So that's why this is a very contested race. I'm not just running against the incumbent. I'm running against all 3 the other councilmen plus the mayor, because it upsets the apple cart.
How do we bring this knowledge to the general public?
There was a news report actually last week, which was very, very scathing and telling. It was by an investigative reporter, Dana Gentry, who spelled it all out. She was the only one that had courage to do that. And she put a scathing article out exactly how the state of the city and how things work. And literally my jaw was on the ground.
What have been some of the consequences of this sort of political machine running the city?
Well, the consequences it's profit over people. I'll give you an example. At the May 7th City Council, there were 2 agenda items for paving contracts for the city. Well, guess who the paving contracts go to? The mayor's husband and son's company, Las Vegas Paving. They have all of the paving contracts with the city. Did you know Henderson does not have a human trafficking division, nor do they have a narcotics division? They, unfortunately, have consistently voted against law enforcement and first responders. They were initially the lowest paid in the valley, which is a disgrace because who's going to run in front of a bullet for $25 an hour?
So when you talk about diverting funds towards increasing the salary of police officers, where is the additional funding coming from?
Streets and paving. $129 million. Can't you take some of the funds from that and give it to the officers?
Can we get into a little bit about your background as well? What qualifies you to be running for city council?
Oh my gosh. Well, I actually am a clinical and forensic psychologist by trade. I've assisted therapeutically with veterans, the homeless, women, every demographic I've touched. And so I've always been community minded and community engaged. And I've always been a people person. I actually listen to people and try and help in any way I can without any expectation of a favor or anything like that. You just be a good human being.
So one question I'll ask, I know you're running with like good intentions,
Yes.
but as you know, say you do win, right? And I'm
Mhm.
sure you will. What are you going to do to prevent yourself from getting tempted?
So I have a moral compass. Money and power cannot be your driving factor. We're elected for the people. It's not the other way around. I think many elected officials have forgotten that. And it's really tragic and it's sad. And I can see why many people just are absolutely disgusted with politics. But they feel that there's no change or there's no hope. And I said, no, your hope, you do have hope. And your power, take your power back. Your power is your vote.